Hey, what's up? Hey, I just wanted to take a second to really talk to y'all real quick. I'm gonna be real vulnerable with you guys right now. I feel like I just lost maybe complete control of Well, I mean, maybe I might have never had control of my life, and well, not control of my life. Obviously, I have free will, but controlling the way I want to have control of it. I'm a firm believer in this. I always say everybody this, right? I say life is very simple. It comes down to two things, right? In life, you have your controllable factors, you have your uncontrollable factors. Here's the reality of it, right? The majority of the factors of life we have no control over. So that's the world, people, sometimes, whether certain things in life we don't have control over. A lot of things, Majority of the factors of life we have no control over. But we do have control on how we react to it. That's where our power is inside that situation. Our power is in taking control of the things we do have control over. And then controlling the way we respond to the things we don't. But with that being said, obviously my version of everybody's version of success is different. It's because success is just subjective. So it goes based off whatever you view as success. To me, being successful is having more control over the factors of your life. So it's how you make money, how you eat, where you live at. Those are maybe the main factors. But the more control you have over the factors in your life, the more successful you are. In my eyes, that's my opinion. But I mean, this is not what this video is about. This video is about that. As people, we always have things we're working on, and it's not about necessarily. See, that's why I hate doing these videos, because bro, I have really intelligent things to say, and I have a really unique way of thinking and the way I view the world. But in order for me to really get that out there, I gotta really be talking, because for me, it gotta be genuine. I can't sit here and just fake it. I can't sit here and just create an agenda, I'm gonna talk about this today, and you can't expect to get the best out of me in that way. I'm the kind of person, to get the best conversation out of me, it has to be a good conversation of a good conversation flow, and I have to be talking to an actual person versus just a camera right here. But I know I'm going extremely off topic, but what I wanted to say was, in long story short, I got things in myself I need to work on. Now, it's not about beating yourself down, but you also have to be honest with yourself about the things you need to work on, because you want to make sure you're communicating yourself in a positive way. You want to make sure you're not communicating yourself in a negative way, because if you're communicating to yourself in a negative way, it just makes it, you're not going to be able to grow like that, if that makes sense. Growth is uncomfortable, and growth takes struggle, pain, and sacrifice. Yes. So growth is never going to be comfortable. Growth is never going to be easy. But you only can grow if your mind is positive through the process. Because of everything you're feeling, and you take everything you're feeling and you transfer that energy into a negative thought, is that really growth? Or are you just trying to fight from feeling negative, Because if that's the case, then yeah. I say, for example, right? Say for example, right? Say you're going through an emotional situation, and you need to grow, emotionally, Cool. If you communicate, if through the process, it's gonna be a struggle, but through the process, if you're communicating that to yourself in a negative way, the second you're feeling better again, right? Listen to me, the growth is gonna stop. It's gonna stop, and your next experience with it, you're gonna be trying to avoid it. But if you speak it to, if you have a positive mindset through the growth, then growth is going to feel a lot different, and then it's not going to stop there. It's going to keep on growing past that, and then your next experience with it, your next experience with the next challenge, you'll be looking on to bring it on, like, bring it on, come on. Bring all the challenges, bring all the challenges, bring all the hardship, bring all the heartbreak, bring all the growth I need to get pushed to the next level, because the way you communicate to yourself with a positive mindset. So now it's more like, instead of trying to repel, the growth, instead of trying to repel the struggles that's going to help you grow, now you're bringing it on, So it's just, but I'm getting off topic of what I wanted to actually talk about inside this video. But the main thing I wanted to talk about this video is just man, I need to discipline. Like, I have the mind. I have the mind to do great things in life for myself and people around me. And I feel like I'm being really honest with you guys. My discipline fucking sucks. My discipline is my lack of discipline is an exact result of my financial struggles. It's the exact result of my weight, my size, my health. It's the exact result of my drug use. It's the exact result of my, how, the certain situations I put myself into, Bro, it all comes down to my lack of discipline. My discipline is like the number one thing I need to work on. Like if I can control that, then I can reach the next level and then expose the next thing I need to work on. Because obviously, it's like as you start, it's like kind of like patching up it's like patching up a pressurized tank. Like it's like patching up a pressurized tank. This is weird because I've never had this analogy before, so I'm gonna try to explain it. So imagine this bottle is pressurized and a little pole hooked through it and the air is leaking out. Well, it's pressurized, so if say for example, with extreme amount of pressure, then you're gonna fill that hole and then realize, oh, it's a leak down here, it's an air leak over here, it's an air leak over here. But guess what? You can't get to the other leaks if you don't fix this hole first. That's why everything has to happen in sequence. I mean, granted, all right, cool. There's ways to do that. Like in reality, you could fucking put water in it. You could fucking spray it outside. There's ways to do that for the people who want to get fucking technical with me. But you get what I mean. It takes steps to learn on what you need to work on, and you won't be able to even understand the other aspects of your life you need to work on if you don't take on the first thing you need to work on. So I know I have a great mind. I know I have great ideas. I know I see the world in a unique way. Whether you agree with me or you don't, I don't give a fuck. That's the fourth one, the confidence. I have the confidence in who I am, and I have a confidence in the things I believe in with conviction. And I have confidence not to the point where it's like I'm closed off to other people's opinions, because I'm open, because I love hearing other people's opinions, because that's how I grow. That's how I grow, because I could grow whether I'm giving you my view on it, or maybe something you might say might be able to help me look at something from a different perspective. So when I do talk to people, that's a whole other thing. So like, all right, so there's two type of people in the world. That's what I feel. This is my feel. Two types of people. They're the ones who listen to respond, and the ones who listen to take in. So when anybody's speaking to me, I listen to take in. I don't listen already thinking how I'm going to reply. Some people, they really sit there and they listen to think how they're already going to argue the things you're saying. And it could be just them trying to shove their views down your throat, or it could be like, it's just either way you put it. If somebody's listening to respond to you, in my opinion, it's just not going to be a good conversation, because they're not really going to hear the things you say. They're just going to try to play the opposite side of everything you're saying, which is sometimes that's good if you're consciously doing it. Sometimes I do that consciously. Like sometimes I'm going to play the opposite side, not because I don't agree with you or disagree with you, but because I want to see why you feel that way. What's your reasoning of thinking behind it? But still, if I'm having that conversation with somebody, it's going to be it's going to be a constructive conversation, because, you know, if I'm having that conversation, one, I'm going to let them get out what they're going to say, and two, I'm still listening to what they're saying, because that's what I'm looking for. I want to know why, because I want to understand how other people think, you know. But back to the discipline part. Yeah, no, I really need to focus on my discipline. I have everything else. I have the confidence. I have the mind. I have you know, I have the hustle, the grind. Yeah, I'm really just lacking the discipline, bro. So there's other things I need to work on. Don't get it twisted. You know, I'm a human being. There's a lot of things I need to work on. You know, probably, but I can't see where that leak is coming from until I seal up this first one, and that's just what it comes down to. And discipline's like the biggest thing right now I need to work on, man. Because I'm really trying to live a special life. Like, I'm really trying to take my life beyond my imagination. Cause, like, man, you know, I don't know if reincarnation is real. I don't know if afterlife's real. That's another thing I'm very big on. I want to like evolution. Like evolution. I don't believe in human evolution at all. I do not believe we came from monkeys. I do not believe we came from apes. Or whatever the fuck people want to tell you, I don't believe any of that. I don't even give a fuck if you can show me some quote-unquote fossils or skeletons of some fucking Neanderthals. I don't care. You know why? Because I gotta see it to believe it, and I don't believe evolution simply because it's one thing. We have monkeys, we have apes, but we don't have any in-betweens. I have never seen a person in between that's still stuck in evolution. So if evolution was real, we would either not have monkeys anymore or apes anymore because all the humans evolved. But so it's like, so all right, cool. So monkeys and apes exist back then, but they evolved to become what humans are today. So why we still got monkeys and apes, and why we still got humans? We still have the both too. I'm not saying we don't compare. You know, we're living beings, and you know, living beings share similarities. They might be I don't know this from a genetic standpoint, but they might be the closest thing to humans out of all the other animals. My biggest thing with evolution is, if evolution is real, there'll be some in between walking around still. There'll be some people still evolving. Simply, or there'll be no more monkeys or apes left, because they all would have evolved to humans. There's no, you know, you get what I mean. There's no, we still have monkeys, we have apes, and we have humans. But we fucking evolved through this fucking Neanderthal. I don't know the other. I've never believed evolution, so I never took the time to really look into it like that, to know that, oh, the Homo sapiens, whatever the hell they call the other fucking versions of whatever they're trying to sell us on, that type of shit. I never investigated it. So, you know what? That's fair to say. I never investigated, but I never investigated. It just don't make sense to me. You know, and if somebody could clear that up for me, you know, feel free to reach out and clear that up, you know, but you better come with some really good evidence. Like, don't just come in with some pictures or try to tell me these fossils that I never digged up. I don't know if even real. I don't even know how you even, well, I guess to test it, you have to cut it open, look inside, and then you can run lab tests on it. But who knows? All that shit could be bullshit. I don't know how the science works behind that. So I mean, it could just be made up, you know. It could just be like any fucking thing, you know. Like, it could be anything that they tell us. Everything is made up. Like, even language is made up. But language is made up. You know, I wonder who created language, to be honest with you. Like, who decided what each word meant, you know? That's interesting. You know, it's all interesting, though. It's like numbers. Numbers never end. Numbers never end. All right, but I mean, I'm going way off right now, but y'all get what I mean. But yeah, I haven't did a video in a long time, to be honest with you. But I'm gonna start dropping more content and just having more conversations, because this is the shit I like doing, you know. And hopefully one day I could get to the point where I'm not. Hopefully, fuck that. I'm going to get to the point. I'm gonna lock in on my discipline. This is why I'm dropping this shit, because you know, I have no choice now. I put it out there in the world. I put it out there in the universe. I put it out on the fucking internet, which is crazy because the internet nowadays is like the fucking public, and it's like in public is private, and the internet became public. But whatever the case may be, yeah, no, I'm really putting it out there because I have no choice, but I have to become the version of myself I see my eyes. Like, bro, I am 30 years old, dog. I'm old as shit. And I'm not old compared to somebody that's 60. You know, I'm old to somebody that's 10, 15. I've had enough years on this earth to the point where, bro, I should be in shape somewhat. I should definitely be in shape. That's the furthest most thing I am actually probably like the most disgusted about myself about, because it's like it's a direct reflection of your discipline, which is like, that is what's supposed to make you a man. Like, that is like, fucking these bitches don't make you a man. Taking care of your family makes you a man, yes. But man, I feel like discipline is what makes you strong. Like that is, I am missing one of the strongest attributes about, you know, the strongest thing that a person can be. Fucking discipline. And my shit sucks. Fucking sucks. Sucks. Horrible. You know, but it's alright though, man. We all got things we're working on, but man, that's the number one thing I need to work on right now is my fucking discipline. And if I can lock that in, bro, I'm telling you, bro, I'm gonna lock something special within my life. I promise it. Fucking promise you. Discipline and consistency, I guess they're kind of the same thing, you know. Because if you're disciplined, then you're consistent, you know. And if you're consistent, you're gonna see results. And that's just everything in life is just as simple as that. Like, it's just all as simple as that, bro. But you know what I mean? I granted, you know, I'm being very how can I say, transparent. Being very transparent. And you know, I'm not tearing myself down. This is not a conversation where I'm tearing myself down. You know, this is still a positive conversation, because you could be positive with yourself, right? You could be positive with yourself without sugar, but you can't sugarcoat it. Never lie to yourself, bro. You understand and recognize the things that you need to work on. That's powerful. A lot of people don't have that ability, you know. A lot of people, or they have that ability because everybody feels, you know, they feel it with themselves, like, all right, some shit that, you know, I need to do better. Everybody feels that, but you know, they try to ignore it, or they try to just, you know, get high or get drunk or just party and refuse to work on the things they need to work on. But bro, that's cancerous. That's fucking cancerous to yourself. You know, so I'm not gonna do that, man. I'm gonna lock in right now, and yeah, I did eat today. Ate some bad shit today too, bro. But man, I'm locking in. I'm really locking in. I need to figure out what's today's date. Somebody right here. Let me holler at this dude. I'm locking in, bro. I'm even probably gonna fast for like a little bit. Give me a minute. I'm trying to figure out what day it is. Yo. I think he's probably ignoring me. I need to know what day it is. Yo. I think it's like it's Tuesday. I think it's like Tuesday the 31st. Yeah, so alright, fuck that. He's ignoring shot at me. Man, he probably not ignoring. He probably just don't hear me, but still, it's Tuesday the 31st. Tuesday, March 31st. All right, cool. here's what I'm gonna do for y'all. I can't promise I'm gonna fast a week, but I'm gonna at least do 3 days. So tomorrow's the 2nd. So today, I'm assuming it's probably around like 10 a.m. So tomorrow is the 1st at 10 a.m. Right? That's Wednesday. Then it's Thursday the 2nd, 10 a.m. Then it's Friday the 3rd at 10 a.m. I'm gonna at least fast until Friday the 3rd at 10 a.m. And then at that point, I'm gonna make a new video, and we're gonna see, you know, if I did it. And if I did it, you'll be able to tell. Trust me, because I don't know if anybody fasts for 3 days, but you'll be able to see it like within my face. Like you'll probably be able to even start seeing it within my face, like, or a little bit within my body. Like you'll be able to see, like, all right, man, that man was serious. He didn't bullshit. And I'm not going to, bro. I'm not going to, because my mind has to be stronger than my desires. My mind has to be stronger than my desires. You know, my mind has to be stronger than my desires. Because the desires are, I guess I call it urges and desires. All right, so if you want, I don't know the definition of urges and desires. I'll just give you my definition of it. Urges is more like a negative thing. I mean, the feeling is still the same. The feeling of want something. The feeling of want something could be urges and desires, right? Urges and desires. If you ask me, like, what I truly feel like it means, like, I think urge is more like something you've experienced already, and you're really wanting really bad. I urge it, and it's like a negative thing. Like, it's like kind of like an addiction almost. Maybe I might be using it wrong as fuck, but this is just my definition, so fuck off. And then desire, right? Desire is more like a positive thing, but desire could be something you haven't experienced yet. You know, like I desire, I yearn for something. I yearn, right? Yearn the word. I yearn for this and yearn for that. I desire it. Desire this, desire that. And I feel like desire is more like in a positive aspect. You know? It's like when you desire something, it's more like a positive thing. Like, I desire for, like, love. I desire the feeling of I desire this, I desire that. You know, desire is more positive. Urge could kind of be negative, because I think urge is more like, again, feeding some type of like addiction in a way, you know. And that's the thing, like I was saying, who the fuck created all these words and the meanings behind it, you know? But that's how I feel when I say those different things. So it's like, you know, that's HP's definition of it. So it's the HP vocabulary, you know, not the Webster's. It's the HP dictionary. But yeah, man, I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. You know, it was good talking to y'all, chopping it up. I'm gonna try to work on myself, you know, and try to get with the discipline, the discipline thing, dog. I'm trying to get the discipline thing going. So I'm gonna stay focused. I'm gonna get focused. I can't say I haven't been. I'm gonna get focused. And I don't know if I'm gonna start dropping my shit on this channel. I don't know if I'm gonna create a new channel. I don't know if I'm just gonna try to fucking just reestablish my whole shit and just throw it all around, because I know I was trying to do this shit with music, you know, on this page, and then I want to do like my life shit on a different page, and I don't know, but at the end of the day, man, I just gotta try something, bro, because it's about just trying shit, you know, because you gotta try. You can't win if you don't try. You can't win if you don't play. I'm just trying to play, man. I'm a player. Big player, bro. I'm a big player, you know. I'm gonna play. So yeah, I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. I'm actually gonna brush my teeth. I didn't fucking brush my teeth today. I'm gonna brush my teeth real quick. You know, I'm in the truck. I was in the truck last night, so I'm just getting started over here today. On my way back to Vegas, so I'm just gonna brush my teeth real quick, get this shit going, and when I get back to Vegas, hopefully I go for like a little run or something, a little jog. I'm trying to work out every day. This is part of it, bro. This is part of the growth process. Like, bro, I would love to sit here and tell you guys, man, you know, I work out every day. I eat clean. You know, I'm just looking at progression in this part of my life, that part of my life, like, bro. you know. But knowing the kind of person I am, I'm so hard on myself, because you got to kind of be, at some point you got to be hard on yourself. I'm not saying you got to be fucking, you know, you got to tear yourself down, but you got to hold yourself accountable. You know, it's like being a man. Like I tell my homeboys, I'm like, yo, as men, bro, we gotta take accountability in every situation, even when shit wasn't per se our fault, but it's never not our fault, because if some shit happens right to you, again, it's back to the controllable factor, uncontrollable factors. You might as well tell yourself you take accountability for it, because the reality of it is, you put that person or thing in position to fuck you over. So you're still accountable. You still gotta fucking take accountability for that, dog. You know, and you know, it's just, it is what it is. You know, if you get fucked, sometimes you get fucked over, but at the end of the day, you have to go through that, because guess what? You put that person in position to fuck you over, a thing to fuck you over, but you also gotta take chances on people too, though. You know, because how people gonna show you better if you don't give them that opportunity to show you better? You know. But I mean, I'm just, like I said, I'm just chatting at this point, yo. It's fuck with me.